Have you ever wanted to experiment with bigger pans on your coyote traps? Well, the MB550, extremely popular coyote foothold trap, has a relatively small pan on it, and a lot of guys are going to bigger pans. I wanted to try it out. Now, the only issue with this is the pan is it's mounted on the spring keeper on this trap, so you have to basically disassemble the whole trap to put a different pan on. So the Expand-A-Pans has pans for these, but they're Weld-On. And another guy, Mike from Wild River Traps, also has Weld-On pans for these. But nobody makes a pan that you can just put on because it's so much work. You got to basically rebuild the trap. So you got to weld the pans on these to try it out. I don't have a welder. I don't have 220 here in the fur shed, so I didn't really want to mess around with welding. So just wanted to show you a tip. If you don't have a welder but you want to try to do something like this, you can do so. So these are the pans from Mike at Wild River Traps. He sent me some of them just to try out. And again, you can also get one from Expand-A-Pan. That's a little. This one basically just goes right over the pan, and it increases the surface area substantially, but it doesn't go into all the little nooks and crannies. Like the Expand-A-Pan covers the entire area inside of the jaws. This just bumps up the pan size a little bit. So this is real simple. It's got a notch there on the top that slides into the raised area of the MB550 pan, and it mounts right there. So what we're going to do is use a rivet gun to attach this to the existing stock pan on the MB550. So I'm going to hold that over to about the area that I want it to be mounted. And then I get a set of vice grips just to hold these two pans together. Now that pan's going to sit a little bit higher on the trap. You might not like that. It's a pretty thick pan, so you may not really want that, but I'm going to give it a shot. I think it'll be just fine. And then you're going to drill a few holes. They recommend 3 rivets to attach this pan. I actually used 2, and they seem to hold together just fine with 2. So I'm going to drill 2 holes here. And I'm starting off with a smaller drill bit because I need a bigger bit, but I'm just drilling an easier hole here with a smaller bit, and then I'm going to put the bigger bit on. Okay, get our small holes, put on a bigger bit. Alright, so we got 2 holes there that go through both pans. And then we got our rivet gun. This is just a simple arrow rivet gun I picked up on Amazon with a whole bunch of rivets there, and we're just going to stick that through both pans, tighten her down. There's one. There's 2, and there you have the pan that is firmly attached to the existing pan. So you got a bigger expanded pan. Again, you do this with the Wild River pans. You can do this with the Expanded pans. Now let's set our trap and see what we've done to increase pan surface area. Okay, so I'm also going to set a stock MB. So we can compare the two. So there's our stock trap. And there's our expanded pan trap. So we get a bigger surface area there for potential catch. Some people like that, some people don't like that, but I would encourage you to experiment with it the way that I am and see what works best, see how you like it. So anyway, that's a way to do it if you don't have a welder. Actually a lot simpler than I would have thought.